Hello, welcome to our channel. We do appreciate your viewership and support. Doctors Karen and Matilda here. We start these clips sharing our experiences and also viewers' questions being answered. Our clips are for educational purposes and we want to have a sharing conversation. So we want to hear from you what you'd like us to cover as well. We have been through the journey and we feel we have a story to tell in academia. Today, we want to talk about scholarships, and we had a previous clip on scholarships, and this I felt needed a continuation. We didn't get to cover what we'd like to cover in the last one. So there's going to be a little bit of repeat, but hopefully not much. Both Matilda and I had scholarships. She had think a partial one, and I had a full one. Uh, and a lot of times, because of our gender, ethnicity, or even the region in which we live, scholarships are a little bit tougher to get. Also, sometimes it never even occurred to us that we can actually get a scholarship. I have met people who ask me how you got one, and some people think I wasn't as bright as they are, but yet I got a scholarship, or they couldn't get one. But there was a difference between us in that I applied, but they never did. So here it is. Don't let finance or fear block your dream. There are a lot of helpful tools and plans out there that can support you. Remember, there are many organizations, many through universities, that are available. And even though some of them are difficult to get, once you keep applying, at some point you'll get through. When you're applying for a scholarship, it's important to know the name of the scholarship and to really go through the website or thoroughly so you won't miss anything. Most of all, look for eligibility because if, no matter how attractive the scholarship is, if you're not the region they're targeting or the major, you won't get through. I remember Google had a scholarship to France for young people, and because it had a strong IT component, even though I was teaching education technology at the time, they didn't accept me. They didn't accept education technology as a criteria, and so I couldn't apply. But what I did, because I was uncertain, I emailed them asking them if I could apply, and it was a resounding no. So again, target group, is it women? Is it age group? Is it people under 35 or under 40? So also look at those important things. Funding coverage is another one. Sometimes you get a partial scholarship. It only covers tuition, for example. Bursaries sometimes do not cover tuition. They would only cover maybe a one-off research, a conference attendance or so on. So you have to look at all those fine prints. Deadlines. Once the deadline is reached, unless the organization extends it, you're out. Your required documents. Millions of people are applying for scholarships around the world. So You got to make sure your documents are in order. The ones that they want, are, they're updated and they're well written. And if your language is not English, it has to be translated into the English. There's some useful links that will help you along the way. And in this scholarship clip, we're talking about women because we're two women, and we talk about where we form grants as women. And so we're gonna keep it along that line. So all those things you have to be aware of. It's a thorough process. Just bear that in mind. There are many scholarships. As I said, country and region and so on. There's DADS in Germany, Mercury scholarships in Europe, and Erasmus, particularly to the Netherlands. Make sure your CV is updated and matches what they need. Your statement of purpose. Some scholarships want you to do a statement of purpose. Your recommendation letters. Uh, Make sure you have people who know you and your capabilities to write those. And sometimes write them yourself and then give them something to work with because you know yourself best. Some people are smart enough to look at your CV and write a good one, and but most professional and academic referees are extremely busy. So sometimes it's good for you to draft something and send to them. Uh, Proof of admission. Most universities, if you're going to apply for a scholarship, you have to have a proof of admission, even if it's a one that is not permanent, one that you'll get through if you get a scholarship. Have your research proposal laid out. Many times people forget to lay out their proposal or to lay it out in the correct way. Maybe one that will be our next clip to show how a research proposal should be laid out. And we have some highlights here. Be authentic in your essay, show your community and leadership. Show your best then. Here you get to advertise yourself. And some practical tips. We spoke earlier of the bursaries and the difference between bursary and the scholarships. Yeah, you check for if your home country has any grants to support you because generally the scholarships don't cover everything that you need. Some people use crowdfunding, diaspora funding, and diaspora is people from your country who will support you while you're studying overseas. There are some things that I was unaware of, like getting your apostille stamp. Wherever you got your qualification from, your entry qualification, some countries, some universities, some scholarships require you to have an official stamp justifying its credibility. Uh, your referees, sometimes your referees miss the time and all sorts of things. So be careful about who you choose to be your referees. And these miscellaneous expenses not covered by any scholarship like visa application fees, transportation, getting these things done. Maybe having to get a lawyer and so on. Those things you have to get funding, ensure you have funding or in country sponsorship to get these. And the most important one, home country processing time. If you need a police clearance, the processing time may conflict with your application time. So all those things bear in mind. We learn this by trial and error. Your mental health when you're in the people's country, because you're going to go into a different lifestyle where everything is not similar to your home. uh, Language barriers. Even if you speak English, there might be dialects or ways they interpret the language that is different from what you're accustomed to. Homesickness. That's a biggie. The extreme loneliness, the unfamiliarity of the environment could affect you, and your ethnicity could work against you. You're not seeing anyone that looks like you for miles and miles. That too can affect you. And you can, once you notice beforehand, you can have in place or plan to for these things. For example, with the homesickness or the ethnicity issue, you can plan for those. For example, I use yoga. Uh, I played instrumental music from my region and so on to keep me grounded and to avoid the homesickness. But if you're a seasoned traveler, you can overcome that quickly. And then make friends, make new friends in the place you are, and learn to appreciate different cultures. In our next clip, we'll be answering viewers' questions, so remember to include yours in the comment section. Unfortunately, this clip went over our time limit, which is, and I guess it's the one in rare run, so it went over. Below are links to our playlist in the description. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate it. And remember to make it a good weekend or week. From the desk of Drs. Karen and Matilda, bye.